Hello there,
Thomas.
stragglers.
What is up? Welcome back to the NerdVibed podcast. Today, we got a couple things to talk about. I have a couple things that I have watched and that I, have seen online and have thought to myself. But I guess something that just came up. Well, you brought this thing over, so
Yeah.
why don't you explain what this is?
So what I brought him was a
Butt plug.
no.
Also,
it can use be
Maybe.
yeah.
maybe
It's a converter for the component cables for the PlayStation 2.
we're gonna drink Pepsi because apparently we're too fucking perfect Coke.
So
I mean, the footage that we've always captured from like the PS2 or
this is gonna look better.
yes,
it's gonna look better.
hopefully gonna look better.
No, component is way better because
Yeah.
you see there is 5 inputs as the AV have 3.
Right.
So it is better. Like when I used this converter, I booted up like OG Lego Star Wars and it looked great.
Oh yeah.
It looked like so much better. Like, and I'm like, I didn't even get a scaler or anything, and it looked decent. Like it still had that retro-y look, but it also looked nice and crisp.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like it's like right in the middle of like it looking like good quality, but also like giving you that still retro nostalgia.
Right.
And like you can read the text on the bottom. It's not all fuzzy.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like whoa, like. But I gave it to him because I in my parents' room they have like 2 old TVs, and I was like, I wonder if these have the component inputs. And I look and they have them. I'm like, they both did, and I'm like, well, they're not using these. These are really old, so I'm gonna take it.
Uh-huh.
So I actually took it. Finally, was able to get the time to sneak in and yoink one. I don't know if they're gonna notice or not, but
They probably won't. Even then, who gives a fuck? Because
Yeah.
they're not using them.
Yeah.
So knowing them, they're just gonna be like, we're gonna use that like in 5 days.
Yeah.
Shake. Kids in Africa are gonna die now.
I literally tested both of them and they both work. So I don't even know why they have
Yeah.
2. So
So you're talking about like old TVs?
like it's not like big. It's like really small. It's a really small TV that has, I don't know when it probably came out, but it has these inputs and it has like HDMI.
Probably like 90s or something.
No, probably like
80s.
mid 2000, mid to late 2000s probably.
And you call that old? Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
sure.
unfortunately.
Yeah. In terms of technology, yeah.
Yeah, because they stopped doing AV, like they probably stopped doing AV in like probably like probably the mid 2010s probably.
Maybe,
Because I think the TV I got for my birthday had AV, I think, and I think my sister has like an Amazon TV that has like component, but it's not the 5 ports, it's like the 3 component ports. I needed one that had like obviously all 5 to get that good quality. And like I've scaling's just, I'd get into scaling, but it is, if you want like top of the line, it's just as much as you can get a console for the same price as a scaler. Like it is insane.
Right.
Like $300 for like, if you want like 1080p. If you want like 1080p upscaling, it's like $300. You can probably get like probably 2 like PS2s with that are like refurbished.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like what's the point? I'm sure it's great. And then obviously if you want like 4K, it's like 600.
Yeah, like that would be cool.
Yeah.
But me specifically, I don't care that much.
Yeah, because it's like it's old anyway, so it's not like It's not like magic or anything.
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna automatically convert. It's not like it's like gonna magically turn into like a remaster. Like,
right. It's still gonna look like a
can,
PS2 game, but like less pixels that you can count.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, but there is one on. So I did get one on Amazon that you have seen. We used in the NBA when we played NBA Jam, which looked pretty good.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was like
I just
but
assumed,
that crapped out on me. Unfortunately, I don't even know. I think because I used the wrong power that I get. I didn't like. But I don't know. It doesn't work anymore. There is a new one on Amazon for the same price, but there's no reviews yet. So it's one of those high risk, high reward kind of things. That it's like I don't want to be the guinea pig in this situation and spend like $40 on a converter, and then it's like absolutely garbage.
Right.
And like so, yeah, it's like it is what it is. It's so I gave it him. We also got because he needs some for his PS2. Got some memory cards. And I think he put in the tracking like yesterday, but obviously since as of recording yesterday was the 4th of July, he couldn't ship them out. So
right.
Probably should be here probably by like early to mid next week probably. Then I'm in a tricky situation right now because like I have to have an air conditioner in my room, and that outlet that the air conditioner uses is where I was plugging in all my retro shit, and I'm like really annoyed by that. And
well, just suffer for 10 minutes.
But it's just like the habit of like having to unplug, plug back in, unplug. It's just like, and like you
all
obviously
is a little womp 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 going on.
Yeah, and it's like you can't have both of them plugged in at the same time, or there's gonna be a fire, and it's like. So I'm trying to think of what I can do like long term sense of how to have what my setup's gonna be, because I do want to get another like another drawer or something, because I do need one, because I've had the same drawer since I was like 6,
right,
and one of the drawers is like completely broken off, or like the handle completely broken off. So I want to get another one, and that's where I can put like the old TV, PS2, and then have on my like the other drawer newer TV, then like like the PS3, Xbox 360, like those kind of things that just need HDMI. So then like the older stuff can have the old TV.
Right.
So I do have to tinker with what I'm gonna do, because obviously do need the air conditioning. It is summertime.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're gonna get. I got one for myself, and I got two for Matt. Just to be like, because we were like debating, because it's like, should we just? I've only recalled having to ever running out of storage like once, and it's like, because like the game files aren't like huge or massive. It's like so it's like you can still fit a lot, but it's just like but I was thinking like long term, like just get 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just get 2, and then obviously eventually if we get player 3, player 4, we would have to get the multi-tap, and that has more memory card inputs. So
we don't have to worry about that for a while.
Oh no, we not at all. Not at all. But,
people fucking suck.
Yeah. So yeah, so then when those come in, I think I know what games we did on the PS2 on the channel, but I might have to text you to be like, just so I can double check.
Well, I mean, they're there.
Yeah.
So we can just go through the channel.
Yeah. But I mean,
I'm
like,
not gonna
I mean,
know
like,
myself.
I mean, like, off the top of my head, like.
Yeah, so you have to resort to going on the channel.
Yeah,
Because they're all there.
yeah, I'll have to. I think I'm confident which ones, but it wasn't a
Because
lot.
I don't really
wasn't
know
a lot.
either.
Wasn't a lot because I know it's NBA Jam, Oogie's Revenge, NHL.
Didn't we do well, we did Lego.
Lego Star Wars. Yep,
Yeah.
that might be it.
That might be, yeah.
Could be it too.
Those trailers.
I'll have to.
Not many, and I guarantee you, like, the file sizes are not going to be big at all, but... So.
Oh no.
I mean, we finished Lego anyway, so you wouldn't have to worry about that one anyways.
No.
So... You would only have to worry about 3 of them.
Yeah, it's only gonna be like... Well, no, just in case we want 100% Lego.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I'm just gonna transfer everything
Right, yeah.
anyway.
I get that.
Yeah, you have to do that.
But I do know that soon, we are going to be doing a PS2 game that I ordered, that I sent you this past week. So I always had this specific game on Xbox, and I never really had it on a PlayStation console, but I don't know where my copy of the not the 360, the Xbox version went at all. It just kind of disappeared one day. So I have officially bought my 5th copy of Simpsons Here None.
How did you buy a 5th?
So the first one we had, those were my hardcore childhood days. That one had, like, something happened with the Xbox, like the blue screen of death or whatever fucking happened to it. And then we waited like about 10 years or so to get like no, probably within the next 5 to 10 years, like, we bought another copy. That one didn't work for some reason, and then we bought like a 3rd one. That one still did not work, so we sent those back to wherever we ordered them from.
Probably.
No, online, I think. But the 4th one, you know, was the one I had as of recent. We had the one for years, and then it kind of just disappeared. So this is my 5th copy, the 3rd one that I'm actually going to be able to use, more than likely. So, yeah.
You made sure it was like
I
tested.
I messaged the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, it no scratches, anything. The disc is clean." So yeah. Here's hoping that it's not fucked. I texted him during work, like, "Hey, yo, this is like the disc good?" Because the weird thing was, like, he didn't show like the backside on like the images. So I was like, okay. So then I asked him, like, "Yo, is it good? Like, what's up?" And then he was just like, "Yeah, it's good. Like, it works." So then I was like, okay. So that's the little, oh my god, fucking hell, the thing I'm a little iffy about, but like, hey, I've never really had that much of a bad experience from ordering.
If it's minor, it's not gonna do anything.
Oh yeah, like if it's like a couple scratches, like, who gives a fuck?
If it's only bad if it's like deep in it.
Right. But
I haven't had that, because when I looked, you know, if you want get a retro game and you want to make sure it's like good, make sure the seller has, you know, shows the front, back, and obviously them playing the fucking game,
right,
like have some stills or something to be like, okay, like see the game's up and running.
Yeah, so the game I'm talking about, because I don't know if I said it already, is Simpsons Here None. This was a game that I talked about doing once we reached 100 subscribers, and I was not able to find the copy that I had in time. I don't even know what that is. That's probably an Narnia at this point. So,
and we did try an emulator, and it just did not work. We tried
it on an emulator, and yeah, it was ass. So we kind of had to go down the route of getting it for an actual console. So yeah, got in. Well, it's not here yet, but it should be coming within a week, obviously. So yeah, we'll be starting that soon, probably. whenever. But yeah, so exciting stuff. Exciting things to behold. I guess like a weird thing with that is like I've never played it on like a PlayStation console before, so I don't know how well it's gonna translate. I'm so iffy with the PS2 controller in general that for me going from the 360 controller for playing that game to a PS2 controller is probably going to be the most mind-numbing thing for some reason to me, and I don't know why.
I mean, I do have the Defender.
Yeah, it might, so want. That I can use like the
PS5.
Yeah, PS5. Yeah. I mean, if it comes down to that, so be it. But I'm gonna be dog shit at the game anyways. Like I haven't played this game in like since COVID time, so the last time I played it was like 2020. So yeah, it's been a hot minute. But yeah, they'll come in the near future. But we do have a couple movies that I've watched.
Oh, a couple. Right.
Yeah, so I mean, we can talk about the one that I told you about just now before you came over. Deadpool vs. Wolverine.
Whoa.
What?
It's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, well, they do fight.
Yeah, they do fight.
They do fight a little bit.
Yeah, they fight a couple times, yeah.
Yeah.
A little rough, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, it was good. 7 out of 10.
That's all he wants to say.
Oh no, man. To be honest, I was kind of like rendering videos and uploading them through like the first like 20 minutes of the movie, and Mel had trouble finding like a site. I mean, the DVD player. So, you know, like
her Disney. She forgot her Disney Plus log.
Yeah, she forgot it. Whoopsies, it happens. But like, so like it kept buffering for some reason. So weird that a DVD player does that. But so yeah, I just was kind of like out of tune for a little bit, and obviously like you said, like yeah, you have to watch like some things before you get into this movie, which like I guess a little context would have helped, but like I think I got the gist of it, even though like a little bit as well I was kind of only a little bit like confused with like who the fuck are some of these people they're talking about.
The agency.
Yeah,
that was an entire TV show.
Right, yeah, so I just did not understand, like, who these people were.
Yeah.
What the importance of them was at all, so I was just like, alright, just Marvel stuff.
Yeah, that's the Marvel train for you.
If you
haven't been on the train since, like, 2016, like, you're done. You're good.
Yeah, you have to go all the way back and start there.
Yeah, start over.
Which I don't have the time to do that. So, I mean, yeah, but the movie as it stands, I got the gist of it. Even though it's important to understand these people, like I think I got the gist of what they do. I don't need to know extra context. They're just time loop, time people, like multiverse shits. Like okay, I understand classic Marvel stuff. There's like probably 20 cameos in this movie.
Yeah.
Blade, cool.
Yeah. Oh man. I fucking went apeshit when Blade showed up.
Yeah. I was not expecting that. Actually, I might have seen like screenshots of shit of the movie, but I don't really remember anything. The only one I remember was Channing Tatum, and that's it. Oh boy, I'm gonna make a name of myself.
I fucking love this Gambit.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. So I don't know, man. Like, listen, I'm sorry, but like I don't feel like explaining the movie right now. Like,
you need to tag me in?
Maybe, yeah.
Alright. So I'll do some context for me. I saw this movie. Man, I can't believe this movie almost came out a year ago. Jesus. Yeah, because it was this month. But I went to this movie opening night. I actually saw this movie twice in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
First time I saw it was opening night. I love opening night. It's so much fun.
It is fun. I haven't been to an opening night since
Before you started
Spider-Man. Huh?
It's before you started your job.
Yeah. Bro. What's the word I'm trying to think of?
You got
Employment.
me. Employment.
Fuck my life. It's been miserable since. At least you have money now.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on.
That was really fun. It was a really fun experience. But yeah, all right. So basically, we do a huge there's a huge time jump between Deadpool 2 and Deadpool 3. And I think my one gripe with Deadpool and Wolverine is that I just feel like so many important characters from who we've come to know and love from the previous movies are just gone. And they're like, oh, this is Deadpool's friend group. And I'm like, where's the others?
Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm gonna play Mario Kart right now. I'm bored.
So this is time jump. Deadpool's like he's like a salesman or whatever. He also tries to get into the Avengers. I guess somehow.
Yeah, for some reason.
Somehow he jumped universes and was just like, hey, can I join the Avengers? And they're like, and Happy Hogan's just like, no. So there's that, and then the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, come knocking on Deadpool's door, and Deadpool thinks they want to peg him, but they're not here to peg him. They're here to take him in, and they take him in, and they're like, all right, Deadpool, the reason why we brought you in today is because your universe is going to die, and because your anchor being has died, so that means the universe will die. And I don't like the idea of anchor beings. They do a good job of explaining when I get it, but it's just like it doesn't make sense to me. And I'll here's my gripe with like the anchor being like kind of thing. It's just because it's like everybody dies. Like, so does that mean that like it's always an inevitable? So unless like your anchor being is like super immortal, like every universe is gonna die anyway.
I guess, is there like a thing that just passes on?
Well, yeah, they just explained in the movie that like, you know, Deadpool's, you know, anchor being died. The Deadpool's universe's anchor being died, and because he's dead, that means the universe is just gonna slowly like just wither and rot away. And like again, that like it's a cool concept, and it shows like wow, and this is probably an important character, but again, like I said, most people die, and so like what if an anchor being in a universe is like just some random guy?
Hey, my name is Ted.
Yeah, like
what happens if Ted dies?
Yeah, the unit. So it's just every universe. So that's just my thing, and I hope we get some more explanations in the near future. With
what if Ted just slips on a banana peel in the shower?
Yeah,
while jerking off.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes our anchor guy. Yeah. All right.
So, and we find out that Deadpool's anchor being was Wolverine, and this shows you how confusing the Fox universe was, because yeah, Wolverine died in Logan, which was set in the future. So yeah, I'm so glad Marvel got Fox, because that fucking timeline is just like all over the place, and this movie did not help at all with that. So it's like so Deadpool's just, he has this idea that's just like, well, if I just, you know, multiverse hop and find a Wolverine, I can save my universe. I can save it. And so he goes through a hilarious montage of trying to find Wolverine. finds a bunch of different variants, which is just, to me, that was just a bunch of Easter eggs and references to be like, just to get the fans what they wanted out of things. And like they have a Hulk cameo and showing Hulk's fighting Wolverine. That's what everybody's wanted since the 2000s. And they wanted, I just assumed that they were treating it as this was, even though they said the last time this was his last time, I think they were doing all the fan things, as much fan service as possible, because they think, okay, this time will be the last time that he'll be Wolverine. This time will be the last time. And maybe it is. Probably not.
Yeah.
But so he finds this one Wolverine, brings him back, and then they're like, yeah, so this Wolverine, he's terrible. He's a terrible
fucking loser.
Yeah, he's the loser Wolverine. Why would you do that? So they get sent to like I was about to say something from the Thunderbolts, but they get sent to like, I forgot what it is, but it's
the Void.
That's in the Thunderbolts. But
I thought it was called the Void that they said.
Oh man, they've been reusing the same names then. But yeah, all right. So I'll just say it's the Void, and they get sent to the Void, and
Pressure was the Void. Yeah, I mean, for those who are actually smart and have good memory about these things, tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
Console us if you want to. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. So I'll just call it the Void. I'm pretty sure you are right that it was called that, but it's just I'm getting mixed up with Thunderbolts because they also said you're getting sent to the Void.
Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe it isn't.
It actually isn't, because the Void in the TVA is like this realm that's like outside of time and just everything. That's just like all of like these scraps of like old universes are just it's just like this, like it's basically like this like multiverse graveyard essentially. Just nothingness. And Deadpool and Wolverine, they obviously they wanna get out, but obviously they can. They meet the bald lady, they get captured, and oh yeah, it was also really cool seeing Chris Evans as the Human Torch, and that actually threw me so off guard that like when he said like flame on, the whole theater went fucking crazy because we all just thought it was Captain America. And he's like, oh, he's Captain America, let's go. And then he just said flame on, and everyone just went ballistic, like like that was the Marvel chicken jockey.
Yeah.
Like but so they meet him, they get captured, they get sent to the bald lady, they get Human Torch killed. That post-credit scene, but anyway, so she's the villain. She is Cassandra Nova, I think that's her name. She is like she's like the twin of Charles Xavier. She's like his twin sister. And she wants to get out as well, and she's the only one who knows how to get them out, but obviously she's evil, so she's not gonna do that. And there's this whole thing that that she's the only way to get back, so they meet up with the other heroes, which were Gambit, Elektra from the Ben Affleck Daredevil, oh boy, and finally motherfucking Blade, which again my whole theater went nuts with that one too. That one was very special to me because I am a huge fan of the '98 Blade movie, so having Wesley Snipes back as Blade meant a lot to me, and it was amazing, and I was just so blown away. And you know what really annoyed me is they really referenced one of his cheesiest one-liners he had in that movie, and I was the only one that was like, "Let's go!" But I was like, why is no one clapping? Like, that's like his most. That's such a meme. Like, but whatever. They go back. They want to get what they're looking for is they're looking for Doctor Strange's sling ring that's able to get them out of the void. So they do that. They manage to escape. Then I think Abeloth, or nope, that's Star Wars. There's a big purple cloud monster that's going around this graveyard just eating everything in sight. And,
something.
Yeah. Starts with but I was thinking like Abeloth from Star Wars.
Aloth.
Yeah, Aloth or something. Yeah. But there's a big purple monster.
Some fucking Greek god sounding thing.
Yeah. So that comes in just in the nick of time, and man, I was so like sad, and I'm like, don't tell me they all died, please no. But they go back to their universe, and then they gotta stand out because now they gotta stop Cassandra from gaining godlike abilities because she wants to erase all the universes, and so it's up to Ketchup and Mustard to do something about it. And man, when us Marvel fans, we have been wanting to see Hugh Jackman wear that fucking yellow suit for like over 20 years, and we were so happy. But once he put the mask on, everyone went fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It was like about time. I was annoyed. I understand why they waited for him to put on for dramatic effect, but I would have preferred if he wore it the whole time like Deadpool. But yeah,
you have to wait till the final fight, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, so they ended up stopping. They ended up stopping her with the power of friendship and gay tension, and I remember when the freaking like his uniform blew up and everyone was just howling of laughter when Deadpool just leans in to look at the massive six pack, and I remember when that came out, that was just every guy.
Yeah.
That was just every guy when that happened. But they end up saving the multiverse. The TVA thanks them. Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool takes Wolverine back to his universe, and it's kind of a happy ending. Deadpool and Vanessa seem to hint at getting back together. They broke up during the time jump because, of course, we need some drama. But so seems like it's gonna be happy ending. This to me seemed like the farewell for just for that branch of Marvel entirely, to me, because they were doing everything from Fox and all that jazz. So to me it just seemed like the finale of that, and I guess we gotta wait till Doomsday because all the X-Men are coming back for Doomsday. We don't know if Deadpool and Wolverine are gonna be back for Doomsday. It's kind of up in the air, and I know Marvel probably wants to wait till Secret Wars for all the good shit and not
right
use everything. But who knows? We've gotten very little information about Doomsday anyway, and with its delay, and I've talked about this before on the channel, but Deadpool, nope, not Doomsday and Secret Wars is either going to kick off a new renaissance for Marvel, or it's going to be the final nail in the coffin that kills it, and they have to do a massive reboot.
They should have done a reboot anyways, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's either going to be, so like I said, it's either going to be Marvel's final nail in the coffin that they gotta, it's either, the franchise is just going to be dead or it's just gonna kick off a new renaissance, basically. Who knows? Phase 5 just ended, and with the Ironheart series, but I didn't watch it yet. I haven't watched any of the series, but Phase 5 overall, it wasn't like, I know a lot of people hate a lot of stuff from Phase 5, but I'm not really cynical with that kind of stuff, and I think people just, we talked about this like many times, it's just like, I think people just want to hate just to hate, and just like, they have to overanalyze anything just to find something they don't like and be like, worst thing ever. This was the worst thing I ever watched. And,
yeah.
But who knows what the state of
the vibe's gonna be after the movie.
Yeah, because we got Fantastic Four in a few weeks as a recording. Very excited for that movie, and I'm just hoping, because the funny thing is there's been no build up for Doomsday yet, even though it's coming out next year. There's been no build up whatsoever, so I'm hoping with the Fantastic Four that we finally get something to get us excited for Doomsday, because like we've gotten like absolutely nothing out of any introduction, so, which is like, Marvel was really good at that back in the day. There would be a post-credit scene and be like, okay, this is gonna be the next movie, and we haven't gotten that yet for Doomsday. I've heard some arguments with the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, but you can take that as you will. We don't even know what's going on. So, like I said, it's gonna be a make or break kind of thing. So there's just, Doomsday has a lot of expectations and a lot of pressure to be, gotta be on par with some of the best Avengers movies. But I haven't seen it in a while. And my only thing is just, and I have the same feeling with like Spider-Man, it's just like, I think they were like solid, but like, once you know about like once you know all the cameos and stuff, it just, the movie kind of changes and shifts, and because you know who's showing up, and it's like, so there's not a lot of rewatch to me. I still think Deadpool Wolverine was pretty good, but I do think it was one of those like fan service movies, so you can argue if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. Some people these days see that as pretty much a bad thing. But
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just think, who gives a fuck? If people enjoy the fucking movies, who gives a shit? It's meant for children, so who cares?
Well, actually, it's PG-13, so.
Actually, you guys can suck my
nuts.
Well,
actually, Deadpool and Wolverine is the first R-rated MCU movie. So.
Yeah.
Which, Deadpool Wolverine did really well, so I don't see why they shouldn't do more R-rated movies going forward, but whatever.
They should.
And I'm really disappointed that Thunderbolts absolutely just fumbled at the box office, and that is, to me, that was such, it's like considered a flop, and I was like, man, that movie was so good. Like, and then I remember looking at comments on social media about it, and they're like, well, it flopped because it was a bad movie. And I was like, no, it wasn't. What about it was like, it was literally one of the best we've gotten after Endgame. And it's like, it's just the only, in my opinion, the only reason why it flopped was just because they did not use like household name characters. That was like the only thing that, and to me, obviously box office doesn't really, I mean, for the studios it does, but for me it's just like, if it didn't make a lot of money and it was still a really good movie, I'm still gonna think it was a really good movie. Like, I'm not,
right.
There are a lot of indie movies that like are really good that do not get a good like theatrical run, so it's like, who fucking cares? But yeah, I'm so excited to rewatch that again on like Disney Plus when that comes out. Um, but yeah, so I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. Like I said, really good movie. Like I said, my only gripe would be like just now a year later. It, if I'm looking for a good laugh, then be like, yeah, sure. But it's just like overall, I don't. And I feel a lot of I feel this with a lot of post Endgame movies that like I'll still enjoy them, but it's just like rewatch value is just like mid to low for me. Like there's not really a lot of value for me for rewatching them. I feel that way with Spider-Man No Way Home, and I fucking love No Way Home, so it just is what it is. So really good. Like I said, that's just my thing. If still want to rewatch it, I still would recommend. Really good movie, but like I said, once you know everything, it's just like rewatch values kind of yeah. All right, what else did you watch?
So I watched a movie. Well, when I was first to watch this movie.
By who?
Mel.
Oh, yeah.
So this animated movie. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it has to do with like a K-pop girl group. And like I this was a movie that I kept seeing everywhere on social media of like all these like little tidbits of this movie where the protagonist like made like meme faces where it's just like the next big meme face kind of thing. And I was like, alright, like hey, like this movie looks fun and all and interesting and all that, but man, it just seems like it's kind of like trying a little too hard to kind of like be like, yep, this is gonna be a big meme movie, so get ready. And so I tweeted that out. Well, not that exactly, but I tweeted something along those lines out where it's just like, yeah, this is like, I think it's like trying a little bit too hard, but like, if you guys are excited for this movie, then have fun. And basically, what this movie's about is this three girls in a K-pop band who why are you shaking your head? What are you, fucking racist?
No, it's I feel like every time there's a movie night with your girlfriend, it always leads back to something Korean for some reason.
Well, she is Korean. I think.
I think
maybe. I'm not sure entirely.
Oh man, I don't know.
South Chinese, I think.
South Chinese.
I think that's a country now. I don't know. At this point.
There's a new patch update.
Yeah, it was like, alright, South China is a thing now, so yeah, choose your side. But yeah, it's like 3 K-pop girls who derive from like demon fighters, because obviously like Asian, so there has to be demons that they fight and all that. So basically there's like these demons who go around Korea like sucking up souls from like the Koreans, and these K-pop singers use their voices to kind of like protect the land, I guess, from the demons. Since that has power. Oh no, I didn't really watch the movie. But like, so I guess like them singing kind of like protects the land because their voices are ass, I guess. And so basically, in hell, like, it's just this one demon guy is just like, hey, I have an idea. Let's go up there. Let's make a boy band. And so like 4 other demons go up there with him, and they like make it like a K-pop boy band, and they kind of like start like producing their own music and making music of their own. And the girls start noticing, and they're just kind of like, hey, so basically like, yo, can you guys knock it off, please? Like, you're kind of fucking everything up that we're trying to do down here, or up here rather. So that'd be cool if we could stop. And so the boy band's just like, nah, baby, go fuck yourselves, and all in unison. and then since they're Asian, they have to add the konnichiwa afterwards, and it kind of turns into a battle of the bands kind of thing, where they are going to perform, but then like, oh my god, I'm fucking terrible at explaining movies. I fucking hate this. I hate doing reviews. It turns out, for some reason, the lead singer of the girl band is also part demon.
Of course.
And she was trying to hide that, I guess, from the other members. And they find out when it's the third half, like the conflict, like the whatever fucking climax, wherever of the film, and this review shit already. They defeat the boy band. The land is saved. Korea's saved. This is a good movie. Watch it, I guess. I don't fucking know, man. I fucking hate doing reviews. Good movie, fun movie, very funny. Haha. Yup. Everybody laughs. So definitely watch it. It's good. Cool movie.
Sounds horrible.
Sounds like ass.
Yeah, it does.
Anime. I mean, I don't know. Like, I went into this movie being like, okay, I guess Mel's forcing me to watch this, and like, I had like a good time watching it. Just it's a good chill movie, very funny moments sometimes. There's a little, obviously, just like as any other movie, has like these little points which is like, okay, that's just for the conflict of it, I guess, aspects, but I mean, like, other than that, like, it's still a solid movie pretty much. So I would give it like 6.5, just so I don't sound that gay. So yeah, if you're interested in like music and shit and K-pop and straight guys who look gay as fuck, this is a movie for you. And all that jazz. Microsoft and Xbox.
Yeah.
Speaking of evil demons, they laid off tons of people.
Oh yeah,
15,000 people.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So
a lot of big companies are doing that these days.
You know who isn't? Apparently the most greedy company ever.
What, Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all locked in a sweatshop in the basement somewhere.
No. How do you know? Why? Because
Trust
they're
me,
Asian?
No.
Well, there's no other reason.
It's my source comes from Trust Me, bro.
Not real source. You just made it up.
Well, also then again, this is the same company that's just like, oh yeah, by the way, once the Switch is banned, it's banned forever. So even if you try to resell it,
Are you sure that's just a thing you heard from some random person who just wildly misunderstood Nintendo? Because they're bad at explaining things all of a sudden?
It's possible.
I don't think they would do that. Even if they did, the person who probably gets their console banned probably deserves it. For being a stupid dumbass, so...
Oh no, my Switch 2 got bricked. What do I do?
Oh, I jailbroke it even though they specifically said I shouldn't do this.
I'm hearing like even Nintendo themselves can't do anything. It's like that powerful, but it's like that doesn't make any sense. Like you're Nintendo.
I mean, yeah, they should be able to fix it if that were to be the possibility of something happening to somebody's console, but I don't know. It's nothing I have to worry about because I don't fucking
You're a good
mod
noodle.
shit. I'm a good boy, so Nintendo's gonna come up and be like patting me on my head.
Apparently, people have gotten banned for like inappropriate usernames too, or something. So apparently,
maybe I haven't see anything about that necessarily.
But yeah, there's just a lot of I'm just hearing a lot of the rumblings of people trying of getting there's the Switch 2 bans, and if it's like really permanent, and you could argue overreaching, but again, let's judge by their user agreeing what.
Bro, this was a start of a conversation about shooting on Xbox. This is classic internet. Xbox did something wrong, and it's like, well, Nintendo. Nintendo did this.
Nintendo, you're bricking consoles.
Nintendo got me bricked up.
It's not gonna matter anyway. Microsoft is gonna win the console wars anyway.
Are you sure? You said Microsoft?
Yeah. Next gen, they're gonna win.
I mean, with the Steam stuff?
Steam 2 ain't gonna drop. Steam Deck 2 ain't gonna drop until there's
Steam Deck 2 isn't gonna do shit anyways.
It's gonna be like $1,000, and it's only gonna be for the rich kids, and it's only gonna happen when there's a major hardware leap, which is what they said. So we're gonna wait. No, not the handheld, the actual consoles, not handhelds.
You're talking about specifically like the two competition, like between them and Sony and PlayStation?
Yeah, they're gonna win.
Yeah, probably. I will agree to that. I mean, I think it's set in stone that they're going down that route. I'm talking about Microsoft. Just at this point, like, PlayStation is just doing nothing, and they're probably gonna be like, The Last of Us Part 2 for the 10th time.
Here's the new port. Yeah. Yes, the PS5. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had some great exclusives during the PS5 run, but like, yeah, just them keep porting The Last of Us is just like, yeah, they just don't give a fuck right now.
Yeah.
I think that they're just.
Is it because like
I think they're just
second half of the console's lifetime, so they're just like, whatever, man.
Yeah. And they're like, they probably like don't give a fuck right now. But yeah, I think the rumored title for the new Xbox is like Series Y or something like that, or something. But the rumors are that they're both in development right now. The new PlayStation and the new Xbox.
Yeah.
But those will not be dropped. It's probably not even gonna drop until like 2027 or 2028. So we still have a long ways to go, and they're like, they're just in development right now, and there are some rumored leaked prototypes or whatever, but who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? But yeah, the rumors for the new Xbox, PlayStation is cooked. Like they're done. PlayStation is gonna be what it seems to be. Is PlayStation is gonna be hardware based, so it's basically. It's probably going to be just as powerful, if not more powerful, than the PS5 Pro, meaning that the price tag for the PS6 is going to be the same as the Pro, if not more, which is... I kind of rip on Nintendo being like anti-consumer, but I think they're all going the anti-consumer route at this point, because like the PlayStation 6, which honestly, when I say PS6, it doesn't sound as cool. I don't know why, but the PS6 can range from like $700 to like $900, and yeah, I've talked about it before, and it's just like, and with that console, it's like, if you want to make the most out of it, you need like 8K, and 8K isn't as common as 4K right now. It's like,
yeah,
it's expensive to get an 8K monitor or an 8K TV. It's like, so it's like
people can barely afford a 1080p TV.
Yeah, yeah.
So slow your roll,
yes.
PlayStation.
So it's like if you want the most out of it, you need to literally dump as much as you would for a fucking PC.
Right.
Which, speaking of which, Xbox is like, so yeah, so our next console, our allegedly for their next console, it's gonna be like a PC with the functionality of a console, which is okay.
Yeah.
You can have Steam OS, okay. Oh yeah, it's like once they get, if Steam is confirmed and you can run your Steam games on it, yeah, it's over. Pack it up.
Oh yeah, because like Steam and PC is kind of like the first kind of like competition. It's not a part of the piece like the console race by any means, but like if they are a part of Xbox, they are obviously going to be indirectly a part of it. So, but like Xbox having the possibility of getting Steam will definitely help them out so much.
Yeah,
because like Steam has a huge audience.
Yep.
So that if they can get like the PC gamers to go on board with them, like, oh, Xbox might be set for the next generation for sure.
Yep, and
no competition.
And obviously, all the PlayStation exclusives get drop on Steam eventually. So right. It's like the only advantage for me, just personally, if I would prefer the PlayStation 6, is just to play just some of the exclusives on day one. That would be like the only thing.
Yeah.
But it's because, like, you know, I'm but, and that's for Spider-Man. And guess what? Spider-Man, that franchise is up in the fucking air right now. Because everything they were planning got scrapped. So who even knows if they're gonna make a third one at this point?
Right.
I mean, they did set up like the third one, but it's like all the leaks got pretty much scrapped, like everything. So who even knows if like the third one is? There's been like no updates or anything, because like the second game was gonna have DLC, but nope, everything got leaked. So they canceled everything. Venom was gonna get a spin-off game. Yeah, canceled. So who knows? Like the Wolverine game got leaked too, and like it's like early like alpha stages or whatever, and that's got no updates. So that I'm aware of. So it's like the exclusives I want are just so up in the air right now. So it's like I am leaning more towards Xbox in this situation. And yeah, I'm a hardcore PlayStation guy, but you know, this is just what happens, I think, with them. It's just like the tide's just gonna shift between the two of them.
Yeah.
Those two juggernauts. And PlayStation, because like this happened with the 360. Nobody got the PS3.
Right.
So this is just something that naturally happens. So I think it's gonna come down with X, like I said. But I think it's, yeah. So it's like if it's got Steam OS and you can like play your Steam games on it, it's over. Why would you not get the Xbox?
Oh yeah.
If it's gonna be like a PC, like, plus with like their Xbox Game Pass, I'm pretty sure if you get Game Pass, you can literally play new games on launch and not have to pay anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, go look, PlayStation.
Yep.
Because if Xbox goes down that route, you're gonna need a lot of luck to stand a chance. So
the absolute only way that PlayStation could like come back from this is if they do the same thing and 8K is more readily available in the coming years, which maybe not, because I know 4K took some time.
Right.
4K did take some time to get more publicly available, but. And honestly, I just don't care.
I don't care either.
I think 4K is good enough.
Yeah.
I think 8K, when everyone's like, I'm running, It's always the PC people. They're like, I'm running 8K, 300 frames per second. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, if it doesn't have 16K, what's the point? Like 320 FPS? Like, bro, I've been doing that since 2016. Like, okay.
Like, literally,
Cool.
I'm literally okay with 60 FPS and 4K. Like, I'm literally okay with it. I don't. It seems a little too extra, and then it's like. It's one of those things that I just feel like the quality's just gonna keep going up. That it's like the realism is just gonna, when they try to do like the AAA like realism, it's just gonna look more and more like cartoonish to me if it keeps like trying to make it like this like high quality thing. It's like
Yeah.
and
Like, I'm all for realism games, but like, I think gaming is losing like its like fantasy touch, where it's just like, bro, where's like the imagination of fantasy, you know?
yeah.
And that's part of the reason why I love Nintendo so much, is that they don't care about the realism for anything. They are just like, what if we
Style.
do this? Yeah, like it's just style and like,
Which ages
Yeah.
much better in
yeah, like I
contrast.
said, like if you go back to the GameCube, PS2 era,
Oh.
like the games that look the best from that time period are like GameCube and
Yeah.
PlayStation 2
Oh yeah,
games.
I will not deny that. I'm like huge into PS2, but I will that GameCube aged the if for like in terms of like for like mainstream people, for like who are getting into retro, like GameCube looks like
Yeah,
holds up much better.
yeah, holds in the best.
in comparison. But yeah, I don't know. I just think gaming's just turning more and more into a luxury at this point. Like, it's really annoying. It's really
Well, I mean, it's no DoorDash.
yeah, no. Yeah, but you're like, do I really need 8K?
Like,
for
I'm sure
this?
as long as it doesn't turn into like games that need like the highest settings for you to get like half of like the satisfaction out, like I don't care. I'm always gonna be like, the bare minimum is going to be the best for me, because at the end of the day, I don't care if the game plays well and I like the game. I don't care how good or the quality the game is. I don't care. And I've spent like my entire life as like a Nintendo fan mostly, so like obviously like it's easy for me to say, where it's just I don't care about the quality at all. As long as the games are fun, I don't give a fuck. It's just an extra bonus if they look amazing, you know? So I mean, we're getting to the point where, like you've said for like the past year now, at this point, like there is going to be a point where games are going to reach their climax. PlayStation is pretty much almost as climax, I imagine, for the near future, unless like more tech comes out to advance shit. Xbox probably is at their peak too. Nintendo is gonna probably be making big strides within their next couple of consoles down the line, but I mean, within like a decade, 2 decades from now, like who knows what like gaming's gonna be like in the long run. Like could be an entirely different landscape. Who knows what it'll look like. So
yeah, because last night I was watching some like one of the content creators who do like retro games, and they were talking to they were having this like kind of like podcast-esque conversation about like what were the converters and like what you should do, what if you want to display like older, and they were like, and some people they're like, well, what if you want to do like a physical mod? And then this was like a really good point. It's like, and the guy who was an actual modder, he was like, well, you know, we don't know what things are gonna hold or what things like technology is gonna look like, because like HDMI is gonna be turning 20 soon, because I think HDMI came out in like 2006 or something like that. And doing a physical mod like that, it's just like, if you do that, you're like once that physical mod's modded, it's gonna be like that forever. And like, who knows if something's gonna replace HDMI in the near future. So it's like, so that's what am I trying to say, is it's like we don't know what hardware is gonna look like in like 10 10 years, 20 years, that it's just like, oh, so we don't know what gaming's gonna look like in 10 to 20 years, if how much things are gonna change. But 8K is enough, guys. Like, I don't.
There's no need to go bigger than that.
There's
very little need for us to go higher.
I'm pretty sure like life is like, I know there's like that, like what, I'm pretty sure our eyes are like 1080p anyway, so it's like,
yeah.
Like I don't know like what the point is, and that, yeah, like enough's enough. Like I really, like 60 frames is good enough. 60 frames is good enough. Like, we don't need like several hundred frames per second to
get the full experience. Like, look at that pixel moving ever so slightly across the screen. You see that wind particle? Oh, like, okay, bro, calm down. Just play the fucking game. Start the fucking fight.
Oh my god, it's just like GTA 6.
Yeah.
There's bubbles in the beer!
There's bubbles! Oh my god! Like, alright, guys. Like, that's cool and all, but like, you get the entire point of the game is to do missions and shoot people, right? Like,
yeah.
It's not supposed to be this steep.
Yeah. But I do know, I think regardless with like PlayStation 6, that PlayStation 5 is still gonna continue. Like I think PS4 is still running right now. I think they're still, but it's gonna be like that. That when PlayStation 5 came out, PlayStation 4 was still going strong, and PlayStation 6 is gonna be the same. That PS5 is gonna have a long lifetime.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So it's
like, that's what's going on with Switch right now.
Yeah, just like Switch. Yeah.
Nintendo is still gonna be listing probably like half of their games still on Switch. Like not like games like Mario Kart. I mean, I know Donkey Kong's gonna be on there to an extent. So, like, yeah, I mean, older consoles are not gonna like be entirely like useless. Like I think they had been in the past. I think companies are gonna start being like, hey, we're still gonna be supporting these consoles. So if you want to still keep playing on this console, go ahead. No rush. It's shit like that. So yeah, I just because it always felt like when a new console came out, most of the time the people who still had like the older console kind of didn't really get the full experience of like newer games. So I'm glad that to an extent there's a thing now where even when where a new console comes out, people who are gonna be having like a PS5 or a Series X and the Switch One are gonna still get some beneficial games, even though they aren't having like the new consoles at all. So I'm glad that's kind of starting to become like the normal. So
indeed.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yep. It's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah.
And then obviously, also like the other thing is with like the PlayStation 6, like there's gonna be like a handheld version too as well. So I don't know what that's gonna look like. I don't know if it's gonna be like a Switch 2 or whatever, but
yeah,
who knows what's like at best these things are in like early development, that we just have so much uncertainty. Like I said, the whole Steam thing with Xbox is just, it's like obviously with like the Rogue Ally that it does have SteamOS, so I'm gonna say it's like I'll give it like maybe a 60 to 70% chance that the next Xbox console has Steam OS. It's like a really high chance. It's still speculative, but it's a high chance that they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And so who knows? It's just obviously I'm still torn right now between the two, but obviously once we get more information, it's gonna be a lot easier to design. But as of right now, I'm leaning more towards Xbox right now.
Same. Yeah. Same.
But we still need more information. And
Yeah.
so we gotta wait a couple years for that shit, for some announcements and
For sure.
Yep.
Well, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to do it.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys like the video, and we'll see you possibly next week for the next episode of the NerdVibed podcast. So, bye-bye.
Goodbye.